Hello everybody, V the Amazing Greek here. Today I'm going to be working on wrapping the two-handed katana machete handle that I modified, shortened it up. If you didn't see that video, I cut it down to I think 9.25 inches. And as I was getting ready to wrap it, I realized that the radius is here. I'll show you what I'm doing. Zoom in here a little bit. Alright. This part right here, I had a very, I don't want to call it steep. It started here and came out, and it was not real tight up against the handle here when I held it. So what I'm doing is I've got the rasp. It's flat on one side and an arc on the other side. And what I'm doing is filing away and making it a tighter radius right here, getting it where I like it, trying to get it as close to a 90 as I can, but I want to leave the arc in there for the strength. And then as I do this, working it around, I'm coming like this also on each side to smooth it out. And what that does, well, that lets me get further up on the handle. And then when I go to start wrapping it, after I sand it off with that 150 grit paper we used, I'm probably going to take a circular file, and I'll show you when I do it, and up towards the top, make me a little slot in here, like you would do with the saw on the back of your knife when you're going to like tie a hammock or a line or something. That way when I start my wrap, it has a definite point right there, a positive grip, and no slippage. And I'll probably do the same thing down on the base, or might have to drill 2 little holes. I'm not sure. I got an idea of what I want to do, but I'll have to mess with it a little bit. So that's what I'm doing. I'll show you when I've got it all finished, and then when I file the little slots in there to hold the string. Now, if you'll notice, I've got the cardboard over the blade. The only reason I did that is because tightening it down in here, the vise, so that it doesn't move, I don't want to mark up my blade. So that way it's in there secure, but I'm not putting some kind of clamp marks on there. So, alright, I haven't really started wrapping it. What I'm doing is experimenting to see what kind of wrap I want. I'm going to show you what it looks like here. I'm just trying some different twisting and things like this. And I realize I'm going to have to put some of that hockey tape back on here so that this has a little bit of something to grip against. It kind of wears the hands out doing all this. Now, what I've done is they sell some knives. They got cord wrap, you know. And it's not a Japanese, you know, where you twist it for the katana. I didn't really want that on here. I want something with some texture, you know, on the sides. It's actually pretty tight. What I'm doing, I started one, I just come around, and I wanted to make it consistent, both sides. So what I'm doing, I'll come around here. Let me make sure you guys can see this real good. Okay. So you can see exactly what I'm doing. All right, there we go. Alright, when I come over the top with the cord, this 550 cord, it has the braids still in it. I did not take them out. Whichever cord I bring on top, I pass it under the bottom of the bottom one, and I center it up, good tight pull, and I slide it forward. Now, I've come over the top, so I pass it under my bottom one, like this, do the same type knot, squeeze that down. My top rope, goes under the bottom. Center it up tight like that, and then I'll continue to do that. Now I have this much left, and I've only done this much of my handle. This piece of string was probably, see, when I had to do like this it's probably 8 feet long, and it'll probably only go to about right here. So I'm going to get myself a piece, 12. I'm going to cut one 20 feet long, and I'm trying to do this a little bit of practice before I finalize it. This is really good and tight. I like that. I don't know how I'm going to finish this. And what I'm thinking is, when I come in and do my final twist, I may want to have 2 holes. Not here, it's actually back here. But I'll put 2 holes. It's twisted. Feed the cord through. And then maybe, let's see. If I did that, fed it through the holes, it came through. I could probably tie those 2 into a square knot right at the base, cut them, heat them up, and melt the ends, like that, to seal down at the base here. I'll do that right up in here. Probably drill 2 holes. And now my hands actually come up about a 1/2 inch further when I hold it. Yeah, that'll give me plenty. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to measure the diameter of the string. I'm going to go a hair oversize. I'm going to drill 2 holes in the base. And then when I finalize my wrap down here, everything's good and tight, I'll pull them through and I'll tie that square knot and melt the ends to seal on itself. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I like this little pattern right here. It gives it some width, and that won't create a problem because underneath it doesn't actually stick out too bad, because we have this channel on the side. So I'm actually just kind of filling that in. And heck, that'll be 20, 25 feet of rope that you have. Plus, the grip on that is just badass. And I think that's the way I'm going to do it. So I'll take this off, file my marks for my starting point, and drill me my 2 holes. And that'll be the way we wrap it. I don't know if this actually has a name or what. Let me lower you down so you can see if somebody might know a name for something like this. I'm just messing around. I don't know what they actually have a name for it. See? And then just kind of center everything up. That way it looks nice. Might as well take my time and do it right. You don't want it to look junky, So I think I'll do all that. I'm going to put a little grip tape just so nothing slips on this smooth surface right here. And that's where I'm at. So I'm going to file, I'm going to drill. And then we'll see how we do. I just wanted to show you something cool. I was untying these knots individually, and I realized, say you had to take this off in a survival situation, you were out, you need a string or something. Like, oh my God, who the hell wants to undo all that? Check this out. Once you've got the ends loose, it peels right off. Well, up until the last one. It was peeling off pretty good, but that's just for anybody that says who wants to unwrap that. It actually comes off pretty easy. Pull the slack and it just unwinds itself. So that's pretty cool. That may be due to the repetitive process I did. We're not creating a weird weave. Bottom one goes over, comes under. Bottom one goes over, comes under. So I just wanted to share that with you. Alright, so now I'm going to file. Ended up, that piece of string I had was 11.5 feet. So doubled it up. I'll have 25, and we'll try that. Now, I've got a small round file. It's not very coarse. And what I'm going to do is right where my radius starts to level out here. I don't want to go too high. Just easy. I'm going to get me a spot started for the cord to have a good starting point. See? Just a little bit like that. That's all I need. Just like that. Let's take a piece of it and see how it sits. Look at that. Right in there. Alright, and then I'll flip it over and do the other side, and that'll be our secure point for the top part of our wrap there. And I may need to do the same thing on the bottom just so it has a good place to sit. I probably will. I'll see where I drill my holes, and then just barely right above that, or maybe actually in line with it so it can't slip. I'll file here too. Probably at radius is here. Probably come right about right in here where it becomes a straight line, and do that there. That'll give me plenty. I have about a 1/2 inch or so of cord hanging behind my hand. That way, say I got it stuck in something and I pulled out, my cord doesn't come out and then my whole thing just becomes loose, and you don't want that. So that's what I'm going to do. Got my mark here. Cord sets in it real good. I'll set me another one right there on both sides. So that's where we're at. Alright, so we got the Katana handle clamped down, and I'm going to make a hole just under where I made my niche there. It's going to be right below it and over by the side. That's where I'm making it. So let me zoom you guys in. Just drilling a hole, but not too exciting. Safety first, remember, don't try to hold this with your hand and hope you can do it. I mean, you know, just be safe. And start slow, because like I said, there is a dip in there. I tried to file a little bit to start it off flat. Just go slow, that way you don't break your drill bit. And I'm using a 760, what am I? Yeah, 7/32 is the drill bit I'm using. I should let my cord go through. Alright, there we go. That stop, alright. There we go, like that. So I'll just make another one on this side, and then like I said, once I finish, I do my final twist. I can feed these through here, pull, and then tie them on this side like a square knot, is what I'm hoping will do, and hold it. So that's simple. Okay, I just wanted to make a couple notes here. The grip tape, the hockey type tape that I took off the handle, I just wrapped that on my roll that I had. I reused it now that, so like I said, have a little bit of grip. We've got our slots and 7/32 hole here. Now, one thing I checked, get off my gun. Sometimes when you melt these ends, you know, they get kind of fat. Before I even start wrapping, I checked each string through both holes to make sure that when I get to the end of my wrap, I have everything tight. I don't have a big bulb on the end there and then find out it's like, oh shit, I gotta melt this and redo, and then this start, you know, last inch or so get loose. So to avoid that, I now know that either piece of string or cord will go through either hole, and then I am good. Now I'm going to be using 25 foot of this, the paracords, the 550 cord. You find your middle here, and it doesn't matter which side, it's up to you. When we start, put it here in your grooves. Then like I said, the way I'm doing it, just so that it's consistent all the way down, my top cord goes under my bottom. I twist, get it tight, have it in the middle, pull towards the front. Top cord Goes under the bottom, in the middle, get it tight, pull towards the front. And I'm just going to repeat that process all the way down. When I get down here, I'll do the camera and show you how I'm not assembling, but how I'll finalize the knot in here. So that's where I am, and next time we come back, should be somewhere in here. Okay, we are almost done. I got my daughter to come out here and help me because I can't stop what I'm doing here. It's a little chilly today, so the hands are getting worn out, plus keeping constant tension. If you had a second person to help you on something like this, it would relieve some of the stress. So again, top rope under the bottom rope, keep that tension pretty much lined up. Top rope under the bottom, keep the tension. Alright, then top rope under the bottom rope. Alright, and we're getting ready to fall into our groove. This time we'll do something different. We'll go top rope under the bottom rope. It's actually the same. Alright.
I was gonna say what?
Alright, so now what I don't like here is that fell in my groove, but that's fine. Alright, so I'm going to go top rope under bottom. I'm going to try. See, all that tension I put, look at my string. You get them little ends on, you know. This looks like a fat worm. I hope that doesn't create an issue. Okay, got it through. I'm going to pull that sheath with it. Hold the tension. And remember, this was 25 foot of cord, and I have, come on, go through the hole. Come on, there you go. There. That's going to hold my tension. Here's what I have left after 25 feet. I got off center a little bit. See that? And I wonder if that's because my top rope always ended up being my top rope. But I'm a little bit off here. Alright, so now we're going to try. Alright, well, now that I've got the tension, let me flip it over so you guys can see what I'm doing here. There we go. It don't look too bad, huh? Kind of got it centered. Now, I'm going to do a square knot. Let's see.
Let's look at those.
Go one way, and then go the
opposite
other way. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Doing it backwards like yes. Hell, that just goes right in line with our thing there. Alright, now let me grab the lighter. Make sure we got this in the shot here. Give me my little 10-cent knife right there.
This?
Yeah, the little ninja one. Once again, the M40 10-cent knife on a M4040.com, I believe. Awesome tool. I'm going to give myself a little bit more than my thumb knuckle because I want to seal it right here. So right there. Okay. Should I get more flame? Huh? There we go. Okay, and I want this one sit in here. this off to the side so we don't melt all our other cord. Okay. That's pretty badass. Alright, unzoom a little bit, sweetie. Now look at that, people. That is pretty cool, I think. That's the first time I've ever done something like that.
That's cool how you did that.
It adds some girth to it. It does add some girth, but shoot. Go ahead and back up, sweetie. Let's get a full shot of this so everybody can see. Here we go. What do you think of that?
Oh my gosh.
And even though I've got this glued just because of the way I am, I'm probably going to mix up just a little bit of epoxy. And I'm going to put some like this. Maybe a little bit on the knot. I don't think the knot's going to come undone. But I'll probably put a little bit on the end there just to seal it so it doesn't come off. And if I ever do need to take this off, I can cut here and still undo it. But I don't want my ends to come undone. So that's how that is. You could use any color you want. That's awesome. I cannot believe that turned out that good. So if you like it, let me know. You can do it. Heck, now I think I'm actually going to do my M-Tech 151 in this braid. That'll just be a badass handle. Mm-hmm. And that's about 20, we'll say 24 feet of cord once we cut the ends off. So 25 feet on a 9 1/4 inch handle, and that'll do it. I'm V the Amazing Greek, and I thank you for watching. I hope you found this video useful and entertaining, and I will catch you on the next one. Thank you very much. I just wanted to say, because I know somebody will ask, when I started, it was 5:02, and I just now put the epoxy and stuff over here to seal it, and it's like 5:27. So it takes about 25 minutes to wrap this and set it up to not come undone. So I just wanted to add that for you guys. Thanks for watching.